we are recording and let the session begin. Yeah, you have the butler down in the basement with you. Kansas and Irene have left to go seek medical help. And what do? Trying
Let's talk to our new butler friend.
trying to talk to the butler. Okay.
So, Abdul, we heard some crazy stuff going on here, and that maid tried to kill me. So, you're gonna play nice, or I'm gonna take out your kneecaps. You understand?
You may threaten me all that you wish.
I shoot him in the foot.
Okay. All right. Give me intimidation roll along with your foot shooting. Yes. Yeah, you can get a boost roll to your intimidation. Ah, you son of a jackal! Ah, oh, oh, that hurts.
You want me to shoot you in the nuts next?
He spits one at you.
You want me to roll damage, or I'm not trying to kill him.
No, no, you don't have to roll damage. It's just a foot shot.
Okay. I step on his foot while he spits on me. That's not very nice.
Ah! He yells out. As he's thrashing around, you notice his shirt kind of opens up just a little bit, and you see a tattoo of an upside down ankh on his chest.
I rip his shirt open and say, we've seen this before.
The symbol of the Black Pharaoh.
Yeah, quite impressive. I got an anchor on my ass. So, look, we really don't want to kill you. I mean, I really don't, but it looks like you're not giving us much choice here. So why don't you just tell us where your
Your
victims?
words are shallow. Look at what you've done to everyone else down here.
Those ones self-defense. That Asian lady pulls a shotgun on me.
The others had no guns. You came down, shooting everything up.
No, actually, we came down looking for some people that you probably kidnapped, and then we got jumped. If I remember correctly, the lady that was with me took a big clobber, and she's probably on the way to the hospital now. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. Nothing. You're gonna walk through this on that fucked up foot that you got there, and you're gonna show us around. And I start pushing him to walk around.
Okay. He limps a bit and he stumbles and he falls.
All right, so he's down.
Yeah, yeah, he's down on the ground on his knees.
Look, Abdul, do you want to make it through this or not?
You shot me in the damn foot. How do you expect for me to walk?
That's fine. We can leave you here. Now, if you're leaving here alive or dead, that's on you. Do you want to live through this or no? Maybe your Black Pharaoh has an afterlife waiting for you.
I will be blessed whenever I see him.
I know if you all follow him on and you were just such a disappointment, I don't know if he'd be blessing you much.
Just leave me if that's what you're going to do.
He turns to Barney and says, "You're the gentleman. Do you think we should ask him questions more nicely? Maybe he knows something."
Are you using a different username? Let me check something here real quick. Capital T. versus a lower T for the other one, so that must be what the difference is. So let me delete that. I will release ownership of Irene. Oops. Okay, ownership of Irene is released. You should be able to claim her now.
You want Barney to make like a persuasion check or something?
Yeah, Barney, you can do a persuasion check. You don't get a bonus. You didn't shoot him in the foot. Yeah, Barney's a little too proper. He's not persuasive enough. Not very
Well,
intimidating.
if he can't persuade you, maybe I can. And he shifted his aims right toward his balls. Look, you better give us something useful. Well, you got 2 shots left, unless you already got one nut only.
What do you want to know? There's nothing I can tell you that you don't already know.
Why don't you tell us about the Black Pharaoh? Where do we find the? I'm turning into Irene. What do you know about the Black Pharaoh? Why don't you fill us in on some details? Maybe we'll learn something new. Maybe you'll convert us.
He's in Egypt, you moron.
So
Well,
this is a living pharaoh. This ain't some old tomb dwelling mummy.
no, he comes from the land of my ancestors, but we can summon him. Occasionally he will visit us and bestow his blessings upon his faithful followers.
Like summon, you mean like appear out of nowhere, or like he gives you a phone call and shows up on a train or something?
He chuckles at you. You have no clue, do you, on what you're dealing with?
Oh, we've torched a couple vampires, a mummy, some blob thing. I'm beginning to see the light. Does this all lead back to the pharaoh? Is he the captain of this team?
Yes, I guess you could say that. He is more than a captain, though. He is a lord, a ruler, a god.
A god, you say? And what is the pharaoh's master plan? What does he want to make us all his followers or something?
Only those who are blessed enough would be his followers.
And what do you get out of it? They give you some superpowers or something? Give you like a keychain?
I get glory everlasting.
I mean, that seems to be a pitch of all the great religions. At least this guy's showing up, right?
Yes. Why don't you stay and perhaps maybe he could pay you a visit and see if you are worthy or not.
You mean if I hang out here, we get to see him?
Yes.
How would that work exactly? You like ask him to come and he shows up? How does that work?
Just let me make a phone call and you can find out.
He looks at Barney like, I don't know about that. Barney had a question too.
We are all looking for people. I do not know the people that you speak of.
All right, my psychology sucks, but I'm gonna roll it.
The master has taken many over the years. Those who are not worthy.
I believe him. Oh, anything bad happen on a fumble?
Uh, no, not particularly. Um, you might believe that. Oh my goodness, that is. What are the odds? Okay, both of you guys both get the feeling that if you let him make a phone call, that he could get you in touch with whoever you want to talk to get some answers.
All right, so in Charles' mind, he thinks if he gets this pharaoh to show up, he can just put a bullet in his head and solve it. That's how I'm going to play that one out. He's like, yeah, we'll see this dude. He said, yeah, why don't we give old pharaoh boy a good call? Where's the phone at? Oh, we're going to so need new characters. Irene, you feeling better? You wanna you wanna come help us out? Yeah, let's finish searching the house and then we'll make that phone call. I reached down and pulled a torn shirt off a dead body. Hey, let me wrap that foot up for you. That don't look so good. Hands Barney his gun. Keep him trained, please.
He kind of yells a little bit as you start manhandling his foot.
Oh shit!
and, and you start, you open up the
Quit
wound.
moving!
You open up the wound and he starts bleeding. you,
Quit
you,
quit moving! Damn it!
you find out that you must have nicked an artery in the process.
In the foot.
He's not going to bleed to death anytime immediate, but I mean there is like quite a bit of blood pouring out of it.
You wanna try, Barney, to try to wrap it up? Ooh, that don't look so good. Oh, that's better. He probably thinks I did it on purpose.
All right, since you fumbled yours first, Barney's hard success pretty much just kind of stabilizes the damage that you did, but it really is not helping any.
Come on, hop along. We're gonna finish checking out the place. Is there anything with wheels on it that he could put his foot on?
No,
Like a rolling cart or anything?
no, nothing down here. At least nothing that you've come across.
Alright, and I don't want to hand him a stick to
And he
use as
can't
a
walk.
weapon.
I mean, because of uh, your fumble and Barney pretty much got the bleeding to stop and everything else, but his foot is pretty mangled. You broke several bones in his foot. There's no way that he's walking on this thing.
Could I get like a crutch or something? Is there something that could be used, like a broom or something that could be used as a crutch?
You'd have to go look, go search for something.
You got some brooms down here, Abdul? Something I can make a crutch?
They are upstairs in the pantry.
Bonnie, can you go grab that while I sit here and babysit?
You could both go look. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I've seen too much shit in the last 3 months to trust you. Besides, if you can summon your pharaoh, maybe he'll show up. Ooh. I'm like making fun of him, trying to piss him off.
You will not be mocking in a few days.
Well, yeah, what happens in a few days? You mean that the new moon?
Nothing. I will not tell you anymore.
If he's so powerful, then why don't he just show up now?
He could,
I'm 120 pounds, soaking wet. He must be scared.
if he so wished.
I guess he don't give a shit about you then. Where's that everlasting glory we talked about? Maybe this would be a good time to tell you about our real Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
I have not proven my worth yet, apparently.
apparently. Bonnie, why don't you go finish scouting the place? Or you want to stay here with our friend? Since he's not here, I guess I'll go scout. Can he like step back and train a shotgun on him?
Are you asking if you can step back or?
Well, Barney's not here. I was gonna let him have a turn, but he's not here. So if he wants to train a gun on him, I can go look around. He said he'd be back in a few minutes.
Okay. So it's up to you. You can leave Barney here with him, or you can stay,
Yeah, I'll leave. I'll leave.
or you can search around down here in the basement. You guys really haven't done any searching down here.
Yeah, I'll search around in the basement until he gets back. So I'll just say, hey, Bonnie, if he moves, blow his other foot off.
Okay, so where are you searching?
I'll go up this way.
Those stairs go up. You had
That's not a
seen
door to the right.
you had seen can. Oh yeah, there's a door to the right there. I thought you meant you were going up the stairs. Okay, the door to the right. You're opening up that room.
Yeah, and I'd be reloading before I go anywhere.
Okay. You still just have your pistol.
At this point, I think it's safe to say I'm gonna bust the 45 out.
You have your 45.
I think I did, yeah, because we were coming on this
I thought that
whatever.
got confiscated.
No, I had Irene hold it for a while,
Okay.
and then I got it back though, because when we packed up and left, I
Okay.
got all the stuff that would, yeah. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't leave without it if I had to.
I didn't know Irene had
What do you
given
think?
it back.
Confiscated it?
Irene. I didn't think Irene had given it back to you.
I had two. I gave one to her, and then I had another one in Barney's house. I grabbed the one in Barney's house.
Oh, okay. Alright, so you enter into this room, and this appears to be a boiler room and laundry area. It's kind of hot, steamy, kind of humid feeling in this room.
I closed the door really quick. Last time I went into something like that, a smoke monster attacked me. I closed that door real quick.
Okay.
Come down here.
Alright, you open up that room, and that appears to be a bathroom.
All right, I'm gonna make this work one time. I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna check the trash bag for anything useful.
Alright, you check the trash and you find paper towels. That's pretty much about it.
I didn't make it anyway. All right, they got a his and her bathroom.
There you go over this other one. This is a bathroom also.
All right, I'm gonna search the Asian lady that I killed.
Okay, going into her room.
Yeah, and I'll search around here real good too.
Okay. I think hers was like down there. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And so you go into the room, you see her corpse laying on the floor on the other side of the bed.
I look for a tattoo.
You just ripping her shirt open.
Just glancing. I'm not gonna be all necrophilia over here
Okay, she has a necklace on.
with the symbol.
Yep.
All right, I pocket it so I can use it for evidence.
Okay. There's also a a wall closet, like not a step in door kind of closet, but like an armoire, um, chest of drawers, a wardrobe up against the wall.
Okay. Yeah, is the shotgun a double barrel or a pump action or what?
It's a double barrel.
Okay. I'm gonna go check the armoire.
Okay. You open it up. Inside, you see it's one of those that has like the French doors that open up with places that you can hang stuff. Has drawers inside, and then it also has some drawers kind of on the exterior of the wardrobe. as well down at the bottom.
I'm
But
just gonna rip it apart like the place is being robbed. I'm gonna pull everything out of it.
okay, but whenever you open it up, you notice some like maid outfits and stuff hanging up, and you um, not really a whole lot of nice, fancy, dressy kind of clothes. It all looks like utilitarian, work made type stuff. You don't really find any ball gowns or anything like that in here. You ripping everything out?
Yeah, I'm just pulling the drawers out, turning them over,
Okay,
and then I'll try to move it behind it,
pull
look
out
behind it, like
you pull out
I'm
some
gonna
of the
do it like it got
drawers.
robbed.
You find some undergarments and some stockings and various different things in the drawers. One of them, whenever you pull out one of the drawers and you dump it out, there's a big robe that falls out of the drawer.
Like a cultist robe.
It is a bit bulkier looking than most of the other things that you've located. It looks like a big cowl or a cape robe, kind of a thing. At this point, you haven't really opened it up or
Right.
looked at it.
Yeah, I'll open it up and shake it out and hold it up.
Okay. You notice that it has up down, upside down Ankh embroidered on the robe.
So
It's
it
a
definitely looks like ceremonial,
Yep. It's a
not a snuggie.
hooded robe, kind of a deal.
All right, I'm gonna roll it up and I'm gonna carry it out with me,
Okay.
and then I guess I'll go look at the other side of the place. And as I'm walking by, I go, "Damn, Abdul, the black fellow really doesn't give a shit about you at all. We've been here forever."
The robe was white with black um, inverted Ankh on it.
Okay. All right, checking this hallway, I guess.
Which hallway is that? Oh, you going into all the various different rooms or not?
Until Barney gets back. Yeah, I'm mapping it out, and then we can go check the individual rooms.
Okay, as you go down to the end of the hallway, you see that this area opens up to some more doors down here, kind of around the corner.
Is this open space up here, or
That
is it just
is,
not
oh
filled?
yeah, that's open space too. And there's a door right there.
All right, I'll open it up. It's another floor down.
You open that, and it seems to be uh, like a storage closet.
I'll look for a broom.
There is a broom.
All right, I grab the broom. Hey, you might need this in a few minutes, but sit tight. I'm still looking around. All right, let me go check these doors.
Okay,
Guns up and out.
you open
I'm flicking any lights on too that I see. No point in being stealthy at this point.
you open each one of those, and they appear to be water closets.
All right, it looks like they're still not back, so I'm just gonna go room by room and just start searching. And then, so if you got any cash too, I'm gonna take any cash if they have any on them.
Okay, like you're pulling wallets out of the guy's pockets and stuff, or
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the wallets out. If they have any IDs, I'm gonna take the IDs because they might be able to be sent back to the FBI or something to
okay.
start finding connections.
All right, so each one of these guys, they were relatively scantily clad. I mean, you were coming in and waking them up in the middle of the night. Although it is late. I mean, it is winter, so it's kind of chilly. So, they're like in pajamas. They're not in um, full clothes and everything else. Or they might have had on some robes or something of that nature.
All right. I'll
Um,
search their rooms instead. I don't even know. I don't think IDs were even a thing then.
mm, I'm sure there probably was IDs. I mean, people had papers, and everything
Yeah, maybe
during
that's it.
World War One. So anyway,
Especially for like Egyptians or foreigners.
so all these guys were British looking. Um, you go in, you ransacking their rooms completely.
Tearing them apart.
Okay, so it's not very hard. Each one of these all has a wardrobe in the rooms. As you go through each one of them, all four of these rooms uh, have one of the have various different clothes in them, and street clothes and everything else. But you do find a white robe with a black ankh on in each one of the wardrobes.
All right, I'm gonna grab like four of them, and then is there a bag or something I could throw them in?
Sure, you should probably find something.
Okay, I'm gonna throw like five robes in a bag.
Okay, just like a dirty clothes
Like,
bag kind of a deal,
yeah, or like a duffel or a suitcase or something.
like a drawstring bag.
That'll work.
Okay.
And then I go to Barney and say, "Oh, Barney, looks like you're still comfortable because you're not back yet. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep searching around, I guess.
Okay. You gonna search the rest of the rooms on the west side of the wall, or
Yeah, I'll do that before I go.
okay? You search each one of these rooms. That one down there didn't seem to have anyone in it, but it does have a unmade bed in it and a wardrobe in it.
I'll still take a look around.
Although it doesn't look like it's being inhabited by anyone at this point. Everything is all relatively empty in here. You move your way down. That was the butler's room, and as you search through his, you find a white robe with a black ankh. Also, that one does look like it's an occupied room. Um, let's see. You had 6 guys, right? How many guys did you guys fight down here?
Oh, I don't know, man. They kept coming. I'm gonna
Pretty
say
pretty sure there were
uh,
6 of them.
6 with the maid.
6 guys here, plus the maid, plus the butler,
8, yeah.
and let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that bottom room would have been occupied. That one had one of the guards in it also. So, so there was um, belongings to a guard in that bottom room. You find the white robe with the black ankh. Um, all of the rooms all seem like they were occupied except for the northernmost room. The northernmost room is empty, except for there's an unmade bed in that one. And whenever you pull open the wardrobe, it is full of nothing but just multiple white robes with black ankhs.
Are they in different sizes?
Yes.
All right. I try to get 2 thin ones, one for me and one for Irene, and replace the ones so they fit better. Since we're not that big.
Okay. All right. So you kind of size them to ones that would fit you optimally for the 4 members of your group.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're shoving those into your drawstring bag.
Yep. Taking something.
Okay.
And then I wanted to give Barney a turn, but he's not here. Barney, you're not here, are you?
Looks like he's still away.
All right. I'll keep exploring. I'm gonna go by myself and have him watch that guy.
Okay, so you head up these closest stairs.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna peek out the window too, just to make sure no
Okay.
cars pulled up or anything.
Those stairs bring you out right here. That's an exterior door. You going outside?
No,
Oh, speaking of which, we need a time update.
actually, there's a door right here. I'll check this door. Or was that the steps?
There is a door there.
All right, I'll open her up.
Okay, this room has a window on the north wall, and it looks to be there's shelves in here stocked with all kinds of food, dry goods, canned goods, jars.
Any any cheese?
Sure, there's a wheel of cheese.
I'm gonna grab some cheese while I'm here and some crackers. Maybe
Okay,
make myself a drink,
okay,
like water or some juice or something.
okay. There's no water or juice in this room.
Okay, dry storage. Okay, I'll make myself a little snack while I'm here.
Okay, now this is the kitchen. There is water in the kitchen.
Get a gulp of water. Go look out the window.
Okay, you look out the window, and the sun is starting to come up a little bit. You can see kind of like a pathway, and you can see kind of a building down at the end of the pathway. You can see a drive running down this side of the house. It looks like it goes to a garage.
All right. Hopefully, you got a car out there. Have I seen any keys around?
No.
All right, I'm gonna keep exploring.
You do know that Kansas had grabbed some keys, but you haven't looked for any keys.
Didn't he grab our keys?
No, he took one of the vehicles from the garage.
Oh, that's right, because we were parked so far away. Yeah, I'm liking Fantasy Ground. I think it's a little. The user interface is a little better. Map tools.
Once you get used to it, it just kind of it's different. So you just
You're
have
doing
to
the
get
heavy lifting. We're just playing with it. All right, I'm gonna keep looking around. Actually, I'm gonna go to the north first.
go into that room there.
Yeah.
That is. Let's see where we're at here. Okay. So you go in, and this room appears to be a utility room. Looks like there's some um, different things set up in this room that the maids would use, for upkeep and um, maintenance and ironing and just all that kind of stuff.
All right. Probably no keys in here.
You'd have to start ransacking through things and looking, but no, you don't see any keys out in the open.
All right, I'm not gonna look yet. I'm gonna start searching the other rooms first.
Okay, you come back out into a familiar looking hallway. The stairs going up and the stairs going down.
Man, this is a big house. Is that a door to my right?
It is. You just going on through.
Yeah, I'm feeling more relaxed. I got my gun out, but I think anyone would have heard us by now.
Okay. So you head on through. You see a couple doors off to your left, and then it kind of the hallway makes a curve and goes around uh, blind corner to the left there.
All right, I'm opening doors as I go.
Okay, those two rooms, whenever you open up those doors, appear to be some more water closets. You go around the corner, you see another room. Open it on up.
Yep.
Okay.
Looking for a light switch and having my gun out still.
All right. So as you enter into this room, it appears to be some sort of a grand hall room, um, fairly fancy in here. Looks like it maybe is used for dinner parties, dances. Nice hardwood floor, although it's a little bit scuffed up, kind of in the middle area where it looks like people have been dancing in the past. Big old huge great fireplace on the eastern wall, and down on kind of the southwestern wall there's a little small fireplace that looks like it passes through to the room on the other side. There's a doorway on the south wall, and there's some windows in this room.
All right, I'm gonna skirt the outside, take a look outside. I'm just keeping an eye out, see if there's any movement or any cars or anything.
Okay, there are curtains on the windows, but the big, thick, heavy curtains are open. Only like some sheer type curtains are actually hanging in front of the windows.
All right, I lift them up to look out, and then I let them drop back down.
Okay, since the sun is starting to come up now, it is still a little bit foggy out, but as you look out the back, you can see a bit further than what you could before, and you can kind of see into the back side of the property. You notice as you look out onto the back side of the property. Actually, no, it's still too foggy for that. You can't see that far away. Never mind. The I told you about the big stone fireplace. Um, there's some dusty looking suits of armor on each side of the fireplace. Looks like your typical old, um, English estate. Kind of a room.
Jeez, he's like whispering to himself. Man, occultist sure looks profitable.
Oh, wait a minute. Here, I haven't been doing my audio feed here. There we go. Forgot I was supposed to start playing that when you started investigating.
All right, going to peek out the windows, and then I'll go to the south door.
Okay, this window looks like it looks out over the southeastern side of the house. As you walk along, the floors creak and you kind of get a bit of a shiver and a chill every now and then, but you feel relatively secure with your gun in hand and you don't feel any imminent threat.
Yeah. I feel like I've murdered everyone in the house right now, and I'm the scariest thing in the house right now. That's what I'm feeling like.
He's like psycho on a rampage.
He feels like Like he's given up. He's like, man, I've been trying to be the good guy the whole time, and he's like, I just keep killing people. He's killed more people in the last few months than his entire life.
Once you get over your first one, it just they all get easier from that point on.
It's like Pringles.
Once you pop, you can't stop. So there's a small fireplace in this room. This appears to be some sort of a um, library.
All right, I do not know anything about Egyptian stuff. I'm gonna come back to this. I just want to finish looking through the house first.
Okay. As you move over to the next door, you open it up, leading with your gun, and this appears to be a large dining room. There's a big formal dining table in the middle of the room. There's a fireplace on the northeastern wall, another door on the far side of the room, and a window on the south side. As I said, big dining table is the prominent feature filling the middle of this room. There's also some hutches along the walls, some paintings on the walls, and with fine eatery plates and china and those kind of things in the hutches.
Do they look like normal paintings, or do they look like demonic?
Give me an occult roll.
I have a very little cult.
Okay, these look a bit dark and grim, but you can't really tell that there's anything nefarious about them per se. Um, it's all kind of abstract, and so you can't really make out any particular details, and you can't really definitively say, "Hey, this is a painting of that." It's more symbolic in nature.
Any like pharaoh symbols or pyramids or anything Egyptian?
Give me a spot hidden. And as you sit there and you stare at a couple of the paintings, you can kind of see an image kind of start to form in the that you really didn't see originally whenever you first started looking at it. But yeah, you start to see the shape of some pyramids kind of emerge from the background. And sorry to hear about that, Cedric. Um, so, and then as you look at another one of the paintings, you kind of make out a little bit about what looks like maybe a raised dais with some sort of figure sitting on a throne chair or something, but you really can't make out any fine details.
All right, I'm gonna catch Barney up. So basically, I'm explored downstairs and in the main level. I haven't ran into anybody or anything so far. All I've really found was some ominous paintings in the dining room, and there is a library up here. That's pretty much it so far. You're downstairs with the guy with the hole in his foot, training a gun on him. So I'm gonna check the library out. I'm gonna look for any of the pharaoh symbols or anything that I think could be more information. I'm also gonna look for anything that looks like Chinese symbols since I saw the Asian chick downstairs.
Okay. So you just start like pulling out books and stuff.
Looking on the spines and seeing if there's any writing first, and if not, then I just look for the oldest looking books.
Okay, give me a library use roll.
There it is. Not rolling good tonight.
Yeah, you kind of glance over the books and you notice a few familiar looking titles. Great Expectations, Treasure Island, a few, classics, and there's some other titles you really don't recognize, but there's nothing really that just draws your eyes and leaves any kind of lingering indication on your mind.
Have I seen any phones the entire time?
Oh, yes, you would have seen a couple.
All right. Do you want to jump over to Barney? Because I don't want to
Yeah,
eat
so
up all
you've
the
you've been
time.
spending. I mean, even though you're kind of moving through relatively quickly, you've been spending quite a bit of time up here. I mean, just going through each one of these rooms, rummaging through all the rooms down in the basement would have taken you a fair amount of time. So let's give Barney a little bit of time. So Barney, as you were down there guarding the butler, the the shot that was placed in his foot was uh, in a pretty bad location. It's like shattered several bones, and the guy's not able to stand. Uh, Charles did try to, you know, wrap it up and make it better, but he ended up like twisting the guy's foot in the process, and more bones shattered, and he opened up a blood vessel, and blood started pouring out of his wound, and the guy kind of like started looking white, like he was gonna pass out, and you managed to come in and kind of take over and just basically fix the extra damage that Charles had created. But the guy is still kind of bleeding a little bit. His bandages are kind of getting blood soaked, and he's definitely not able to walk because all his bones in his foot are all shattered. And then he proceeded to go through each one of the rooms down here. You heard him kind of tossing clothes out of the wardrobes that were in each one of the rooms. He found several different sets of white robes, which you saw him grab a drawstring sack and kind of stuff a few of them into once he gauged which ones would fit everyone the best. Sure. There's several rooms that you could stash him into. You could stash him in any one of these rooms down here. Yes, they are hooded white robes. And they do have a symbol embroidered on them. So you're going to stuff the guy into a room? Okay, give me a spot hidden roll. Okay, you do not spot any rifles or shotguns or anything like that. I don't think you have. Yes, double barrel shotgun. That's in the maid's room, along with her bloody corpse. Alright, give me another spot hidden roll for searching the guy. Okay, you pat him down. You don't find any weapons on him. You do find, I don't know if you were away or not, but I did say that he had a big tattoo on his chest. Other than that, that's all that you can find. As you're down there with him, and you're all alone with him, and you're bandaging him up, and you're bringing him over to another area, he starts just kind of muttering. Kind of wondering whether or not he's getting a little bit delusional. His eyes are kind of closed and kind of rolling back in his head a little bit. Kind of wondering whether or not he's lost a little bit too much blood and he's going a little loco. You don't know what he's doing.
Make an occult roll. Or would he be able to? Or maybe that's not a cult, maybe that's Cthulhu mythos.
Yeah, that'd be Cthulhu Mythos if he's wanting to tell if he was casting a spell or whatever.
Dude, that would be epic if you got that 2%.
He just sounds like he's muttering. Just kind of incoherent muttering. You can't even really understand what he's saying. You don't know if it's a foreign language. You don't know if it's just meaningless rambling or anything like that. Give me a willpower roll.
Ooh.
You will untie me now.
You gotta do a better Egyptian accent than that.
And Barney complies. Barney says, I will untie you now. I want you to help me upstairs to the garage. I will help you to the garage. You do not get to resist him again unless he asks you to do something that would be against your nature, like to hurt someone, to hurt yourself, or do anything else. As long as he's asking you just to do mundane um, stuff, then that you just feel like you want to be helpful. Just this is a nice guy. I just need to help him out. So, Charles, I will give you a chance to make a listen roll. It is going to be very difficult because you're searching through the house, rummaging through rooms, and several rooms away, depending on the time frame. But there is a possibility that you could hear something.
Nope. Don't hear nothing.
Okay.
Would a regular success make it?
No. No, I told you it was going to be a very difficult roll because you've got so much space between you and them. But there was the slim chance that you could have maybe heard some ruckus on the far side of the house.
I mean, he might be moving pretty slow.
Okay, so just to kind of speed through this, because narratively, even though Cedric might not want to do it, Barney is perfectly willing and compliant. So Barney ends up helping him upstairs. They grab some keys out of a key cupboard, and he walks him out to the garage, puts him into a car. He starts it up, and he waves goodbye to Barney, tells Barney to have a pleasant day, and Barney says, "Yes, sir. You have a nice day also." And he takes off. Now,
Barney said he told Kansas to take all the keys. I don't know if he did.
I only think he took the key to... I don't know if he took all the keys. Let's give it a luck roll to see whether or not he got them all, or if there were a couple that he might have missed.
I got 29, Barney. What you got?
Alright, so there
Hold on. You have five luck?
There was a key that got missed. And so...
Wait, I'm confused. I thought a luck check was... How's he got a 5% luck?
Because he doesn't have very much luck. He only have 5 points.
That's what you have? 5 points? Oh, man. Okay, I was thinking there was an error, but man, that's horrible.
Right. He's only got 5 points of luck, so...
Could I do a luck check to see if I see a bloody trail while I'm looking around?
Well, they haven't gone through any areas that you've retraced back over to.
Boo.
The pathway going out to the garage is from the kitchen in that initial hallway where you first walked up, and then out that door outside, out to the garage.
Ouch. other
So
side of the house.
so you're on the complete opposite side of the house as them.
What about a listen check to hear the car?
Now, you failed your listen check to hear them, but since you're over there in the library, you do hear a vehicle, and you see a vehicle through that window. It's kind of um, foggy, and it's kind of and it does have the sheer drapes in front of it, but you can kind of see the shadow of the vehicle. You kind of hear something, so you go over and you look out because you're wondering whether or not Kansas is back or if someone is showing up, and you see a vehicle driving off down the drive.
All right, when I see that, I start running downstairs.
Okay, as you make your way across over to the house, um, you're going back down the same stairs that you came in, or you're going down the central stairs?
I'd go down the central when it's closer.
Okay, you go downstairs. You don't see anyone down there. You do,
Barney!
you do,
Barney!
you do see a kind of a bloody smear going up the stairs.
All right, I start following it.
Okay, you go up the stairs. You get out here, and I'm gonna reveal this area here. That goes out to a garage there, and you see Barney standing outside. He's waving down the driveway.
He's like in disbelief, like looking around, like, Barney, where's Abdul? Where the fuck is our Abdul?
Okay, Barney, this spell lasts for. Let me look it up here real quick.
What do you mean you let him go? What? Are you serious?
Spells.
Barney, that guy is a fucking occultist. He's a witness. That we just murdered everyone in this fucking house. What do you mean you let him go? Charles thinks that Barney might be a cultist at this point. What the fuck is wrong with you? Um, where'd you get the keys? All right, he runs and tries to find some other keys and see if there's another car out there.
Alright, give me a luck roll. To see if you
My favorite stat.
to see if you found any and see if Kansas grabbed all the keys or not. It looks
You
like
gotta be fucking kidding me.
there is another car out in the garage, but it looks like there's no more keys.
All right, would I have any kind of training to hotwire a car
Do you
in the
have
FBI?
the mechanical device skill?
Electronic repair?
Um, Electronic repair could work, or mechanical repair would work as well.
All right, I get a 10 in both.
Okay, I think mechanical repair would be more fitting in this particular circumstance since they're both the same.
All right, he's like wigging out right now, and he's like trying to remember back in his training. He's like, yeah, rub two wires together, and I put a fucking screwdriver. He's just like gonna run out there and just start trying to mess with it and hope he rolls well. Fuck! He starts hitting the car.
And you work at it for a good 4 minutes, and you haven't made any progress.
All right, no other vehicles here.
Oh, no, just 3 vehicles were all that was there originally.
Can I try an electrical repair?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, uh,
Oh, that's so funny.
so you fall.
Check it.
Yeah, yeah. You can check mark it. So you get the instead of going the mechanical route, you start going the electronics route, and you kind of put your mind to it, and then
Barney, get in the fucking car now! Sweet. All right, I hit the gas like we're running from an explosion, and I'm just pouring my ass out to try to catch up with him.
Okay, give me 1 second here. I just want to see what. I know I looked at this spell in the past, and it makes the recipient compliant to requests. But I just want to look at the details on it.
Barney, put me as your last will and testament for your inheritance.
Where is it? There it is. The Grand Grimoire.
Well, that'd be a nice spell to know to use on a cultist.
Okay, so um, enchantments. Binding. That's not what I want. Anyway, we're just going to say that by the time that you get the car started, that Barney is just now kind of coming out of the fog of his spell. Barney, you kind of snap out of it a little bit, and you're kind of standing there, kind of wondering, okay, did that actually happen? Did I really do that?
And Charles is screaming ape shit at him the entire time. He's just like
Charles
freaking out.
Charles is screaming at you, and um, you kind of snap out of it, and you hop into the car real quick, and you like are trying to justify, or trying to figure out exactly what happened and trying to justify it in your mind. Okay, Charles, at this point, I need a driving roll from you.
You can't make this up.
Nice. You floor it. And whenever you go, you start peeling out in the gravel, and you lose control of the car, and it goes slamming into one of the trees on the side of the property.
So it's fucked.
Yeah, yeah, you bust the radiator.
All right, he just starts beating the shit out of the dash. He gets out, he starts kicking the tire and the door, and he's like just screaming like a madman. Barney, your dumbass is gonna get us in prison. We're gonna be fucking put to the electric chair. What the fuck were you thinking?
Oh, this is just epic.
Show me your chest. He points his gun at him. I want to make sure you don't got one of those tattoos. I'm wondering if you had one the whole time. Open your fucking shirt. All right, he lowers his gun. He's like, "All right, Iron Man, I'm sorry. I've always liked you. This ain't making no sense. It's like Kansas freaking out over that mask. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! What are we gonna do now? We literally just murdered a whole house full of people, and we let the only witness we have leave." He starts looking through the garage for gas.
Yeah, you find gas in the garage.
Bonnie, there's a library down there, and we still need to search the top floor. Let's finish searching this place out, and then I say we drop it to the ground. The only thing they got here is a bunch of dead bodies. We need to find out what we can and just raise the place, and then we got to figure out how to get back. I guess a truck should still be in the field. All right, I take him to the library, and I'm just like pointing around like I'm an idiot and I don't know what anything is. You know anything about books, and you see anything about the pharaohs? Fuck. And while they're going through the house, if Charles sees anything like a vase, he just smashes it. His nerves are completely shot right now.
A vase. You said you're gonna smash.
Yeah, he just like sees the vase and he just like picks it up and is like, "Fuck!"
Yeah,
and just throws it.
yeah, there's several, throughout the house. So yeah, there's definitely an opportunity for you to pick up one.
Do we have to specifically say we're looking for secret doors, or would that have just been a spot check? I mean, of course, we know when we're in a cultist house, so I'd be looking around for suspicious things.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be a detect hidden. I mean, obviously, if it's a secret door, it's not going to be out in the open. So, if you're wanting to try to look for any kind of hidden doors, hidden um, um, books, or anything unusual, just let me know what you're looking for and make a spot hidden roll.
Yeah, I'd be looking for doors or secret compartments, specifically downstairs, and if there's an upstairs in like a master bedroom or something.
Okay. So, where, I mean, are you searching each room individually, or are you just kind of looking looking at any particular place that...
We have a good amount of time before they get back to the city, so no matter what, we should have some time. But yeah, the rooms probably. I guess so. I'll have to go in that boiler room too.
Well,
Be a
at
good
this
place to hide a door.
point, with all of the searching that you've done downstairs and I'm gonna say probably and upstairs, I'm gonna say probably a good hour has passed, especially by the time you get done um, hot wiring the vehicle and crashing it, and then staggering back into the house and everything else. So it's probably getting close on to about 7 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone will be coming.
Yeah, he left, like about 10, 15 minutes ago.
So why we need to get our story straight? We could say that
Irene
we're
and
invited out here.
Irene and Kansas probably left about I don't know, about half an hour ago or so, 45 minutes. Okay, you do not find any hidden doors down here in the basement. You do find some very obvious looking doors right there. In order to get into that room, you had to go through kind of a bit of a foggy, uh, not really foggy, but just kind of like a humid, warm, like a boiler room kind of an area. And so, are you entering into that room? Charles was kind of leery of it before and didn't want to go in there. Okay, as you step into the room, it's kind of a little bit, as I said, damp, sticky, warm, um, not so foggy that you can't see or anything like that, but there's a tangible humidity, to the room. And as you enter in, you're kind of on edge. You hear the boiler, and kind of, how they old pipes, make some sounds and everything. You kind of jump a little bit, and you realize that it's just the old pipes in the boiler room. You make your way back to the back of the room, and you see some double doors. You open those up to reveal a room that looks like it's used for coal and wood storage. Okay, you search around down here, you find a bunch of wood and a bunch of coal, a bunch of coal dust, and as you're rummaging through everything, searching really good, you guys are getting thoroughly covered in coal dust. but you do not find anything. That goes into a broom closet. It looks like a broom closet. There's a broom, there's a mop, dustpan, standard um, type things that you would find in a broom closet.
This little map part does kind of look like could be a door. I'm gonna check where Barney checked.
That closet over there, is that what you're talking about?
This south part, it just ends. It looks like a hallway.
Okay. So you're kind of rummaging over the same areas that he does.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, if there is anything, I don't. Probably not, but I checked.
Don't really find anything useful either.
All right, let's go. Let's go check upstairs. You good down here? I'll check wherever he's checking. Jeez.
Okay, neither of you find anything remarkable.
I haven't checked upstairs yet. Let's go up. Is anyone down here? I'm gonna yell as loud as I can to see if there is a secret room. Maybe someone could hear us. Do we actually hear something?
No, you don't. That's just freaking
Oh.
me out.
Okay, I'm gonna
Making you
let's
think
go.
that
Let's
the
go.
people you killed were rising.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I got a worm inside me. We're on the same team. shoulda took the worm. All right, let's go. Let's go upstairs, Monty. I haven't checked up there yet. Man, Bonnie, what? We fucked this one up good. I mean, I should say you probably fucked this one up good. I mean, I killed everybody, but you left the witness. Irene ain't never gonna let me forget this one. All right, sure.
Okay, you guys going up to the second floor then?
Um, in character, Charles looks back and he's gonna do a psychology roll to see if he wants to shoot me in the back. I hope I don't fail it. All right, he just glances back and kind of thinks for a second.
Okay, you guys go up the stairs. They kind of wind around and uh, cut, come up to a landing and cut back on themselves again, and you come up to another landing up on the second floor. At this point, you see there's a hallway. It kind of goes around a blind corner to the west. There's a hallway you can't see down to the east. And straight across the room, you can kind of see that it widens out a bit, and then there's another set of stairs over on the far side. Okay, you enter into the space, and you look down the hallways, and you see several doors.
Jesus is a big house. North door.
Okay, you open that one up, and this appears to be some sort of a storage room. Looks like it has a bunch of linens and blankets and just, all kinds of various different things stored in it.
Alright, keeps looking.
Looking on that door there.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the doors up and peek in before I do any heavy searching.
Okay, you open it
I
up.
like to not leave people behind me.
And this appears to be a short hallway with several other doors in it.
South door here.
That looks like it opens up into just a small coat closet. You step through into the hallway. As you check all three of these doors along here, they all look like they're just little coat closets. Okay, you open that up and it appears to be a bathroom. It's a good sized bathroom. There's a nice tub in here, and double sinks and window overlooking the back side of the property.
Alright, west door.
Okay, as you check that one, it opens up into what looks like a huge grand bedroom.
Good lord.
Now this bedroom is... Give me a second here, get back to where I was. This is probably the most well-kept room that you've seen so far in the house. There's an ornate four-poster bed that takes up a great deal of space. Its heavy red velvet curtains hide the bed's interior. There's a dressing table next to there's a dressing table, and there's a wooden mannequin. And there's some paintings in the room. Just as you kind of initially glance in. Going to the northern doors there.
Yep.
Okay, you open those up, and they appear to be opening up into a large dressing room. Nope, room is not occupied.
He's gonna look out that back window. Now it should be cleared up and look for any other buildings besides the garage.
Yeah, there's some other buildings back there. The fog is starting to burn away a little bit.
Bonnie, there's some outbuildings back there. Your people might be in one of those.
Give me a spot hidden roll. As you peer out into the fog from up here on the second floor, you can kind of make out something in the back side of the property. It looks like there's a field back behind the house, and you can see Barney, especially.
Nice.
If Barney looks out the window, maybe perhaps, since Barney wasn't originally going over there, maybe Charles says,
I would call him over. Yeah, I would say, hey.
I see something back here. And Barney goes and he looks, and Barney kind of sees it a little bit more clearly at that particular point, and you can see what looks to be like a large courtyard out in the field behind the house.
We'll go check that out next. If anything's to be hidden up here, it'd probably be in this room. I don't know, the cultist. We'll get another good look soon, Wid. I just don't want to be here longer than I have to. I'm going to search the closet and start searching around the bed and the drawers and look for anything hidden or useful.
Terragnor, are you around? Okay, so we will not do that scene unless he pops in here and starts paying attention. Alright, so you guys searching the room?
Yeah, I'll start in the closet.
Okay, as you search through the dressing room here, you find several. I mean, it's like there's multiple shoes, like riding boots, country gentleman, type of stuff. A man's country wear, as you would. This is every bit of the type of thing that Barney would find in his family's country estate. However, you do also find a selection of priest robes that are much more ornate. They're black, and they have some golden embroidery, kind of rope-like embroidery around the fringes and everything. But this one is black, and it has a golden upside-down ankh embroidered on it. Much, much higher quality than those that you found in the basement. similar to the ones at the spice store, but these even seem kind of a little bit nicer than the ones at the spice store. You don't know if it's from the exact same cult, but it definitely seems like they worship the same thing because they have the same symbols. They're kind of made similar. But you don't know if it's another faction or if it's the same faction.
Are there any stables or any evidence of horses outside?
You haven't seen any yet. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll in the main room, or was that Barney's roll? Was the main room? So Charles found the robes and the clothes and all that stuff in the dressing room. So Barney, as you are looking around in the bedroom, you see a dressing table, and there is a wooden mannequin head, and there's an ornate headdress that looks like it's constructed of interlocking eyes, fashioned from gold and inset with gemstones. The pupils of the eyes look like they're gemstones. And anyway, some sort of a headdress, which rests on this wooden mannequin. There's also a folded piece of paper next to the wooden mannequin with the headdress on it. You're taking the robe, Charles, and shoving it into the bag with the other white ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay. So you read the letter. Give me one moment here.
Okay, Barney's reading the note.
The letter looks like it's from a person by the name of Omar al-Shakti from Cairo. It was written around the beginning of the month, some point in January. Oh, actually, I guess we're in February right now. So, it was written sometime last month. It's addressed to Garrion. It says, "In his name do we serve. As the work of our Lord and Master grows ever nearer to completion, I must ask you, with all due politeness, to consider the return of that which your predecessor and his associates acquired from us under less than honest circumstances. As we are allies in this great endeavor, I seek not to dwell on past slights and inconveniences, but to move forward. I hope that this is your wish also, and with this in mind, the return of the bust to its true home would not only be a gesture of goodwill, but also a reaffirmation of our most august and beneficial brotherhood. Your humble servant, Omar al-Shakti."
So, here's some kind of proof at least. I'm gonna look for. Are there any photos of people, like not actual paintings, or maybe paintings too, but like people together, like
You
not old paintings, but like current photos.
you do not find any photos. All you see are just paintings. On the wall there hangs a large oil painting of an Egyptian pharaoh, a modern-looking clock, and you also see a club hanging on the wall, which has a large iron spike driven through its head.
I'm gonna go check out the club. It looks ancient or new.
It looks like it's. I don't know, give me a. Oh, an idea roll.
That's so bad. I'll spend a luck.
Okay. So it looks like it is of modern manufacture, um, but it's made to look like an old, you know, type of antique ceremonial, type of a weapon, but its actual manufacture is relatively recent.
All right, I'm gonna check the main room for any valuables.
Okay. So of course you see this headdress that is made of gold and looks like it would be of some sort of considerable value. There's the letter. There's the robes. Oh, there's also some other robes in the closet that are also red. So some are
We'll
black,
take a
some
set of
some
that
are
too.
red.
I'll take one of each.
One of each.
Yeah, the red one and the fancy one.
Okay.
And then look out the windows, and then we'll start heading to the rooms.
There's some neck chains made of gold and silver, and each one of those uh, have an inverted ankh on them.
All right, checking the windows, and then we'll head check out the other rooms.
Off to the east, you see the driveway.
Is that east or west?
Oh, west. I'm sorry. To the east there where Barney's at, that's a fireplace. Okay, anything else that you're looking for?
Mainly something we could tie to cult stuff. That's it. I mean, if there's any like books or anything.
Are you doing anything with the headdress, or are you leaving it?
Oh, I thought Barney grabbed it.
I did not see if he was grabbing it.
Okay, I'm gonna look behind that painting too. People hide stuff behind paintings all the time.
Okay. Are you just looking behind it, or are you doing anything more with the painting?
I'm gonna rip it off the wall and throw it on the ground.
I mean, are you going to glance at it and evaluate it, or are you just...
Yeah, I'll look at it and see. I mean, I probably don't have the right skills, but I'll look at it, get Barney to look at it, and then I'll pull it down, check behind it, like behind the canvas, and then I'll check the wall behind it.
Okay, the painting seems to be of someone who looks like a regal-looking pharaoh, whose skin is totally black. The detailing is sublime, especially the eyes, which burn with captivating intensity. There is no label on it, although, since you've heard the term Black Pharaoh used numerous times, you can only assume that this is the representation in the painting. You rip the painting off the wall. It crashes onto the floor. And there's nothing but just blank wall behind it.
Alright, I'll throw the painting on the ground and I'll start heading to the east.
Okay. Then there was also a clock on the wall too. If
I'll pull everything down. I'm going to pull anything on the wall looking for a safe.
Are you smashing the clock or are you just pulling it off?
I just pull it off and throw it down.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden roll. As you pull the clock down, you just kind of notice the time on it, or the make of the clock is a very nice Swiss-made, high accuracy chronometer. It seems relatively unremarkable, except for that it's the most modern thing in the entire house.
Alright, I guess I'm going to smash it open and see if there's anything fun inside.
Now, one thing about this that comes to your recollection is that you saw something very, very similar to this down in the basement of the Bloody Tongue. Also, a very
Okay.
nice Swiss-made chronometer.
Is there any, like, manufacturer information on it?
Yeah, it's Schlacken's Clockworks.
Alright, I'll pull out my notepad and pen and I'm going to write that down. And then I'm going to smash it.
Okay.
It's just, there's another one of these in the Bloody Tongue. There might be some kind of tie-in. This thing's pretty nice. Maybe another meeting place.
You gonna make any note as far as what time it's reading?
Since you mentioned it. Since I got a hard success.
So you note that it is set to the current time.
Well, that wasn't very exciting.
Well, there is something kind of a bit more meaningful, though. You're in England. And you kind of think about it a little bit, and you're like, well, wait a minute, that clock down in the basement in New York City, it was set to Greenwich Median Time. This is the current time, and we're here in England, which also happens to be Greenwich Median Time. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. It seems like this might be a headquarters or something. I'll twist the little clock hand around and see if it opens up or anything, and then I'm just gonna smash it on the floor and see if there's anything fun inside.
Okay, as you fiddle with it, it adjusts, but you don't really notice anything other different about it otherwise.
All right.
Let's
I'll
see
go
if I
join
can
Barney.
Page tear it more to get in here. How do I do the bell on him? There we go. Ding-a-ling. He's probably sleeping. Alright, you smash it. It busts to pieces. Springs, clockwork gears come spilling out of it. Nothing else, though.
Yeah, it was the current time. Greenwich, just like that place in the Bloody Tongue, but I don't know. I've got the manufacturer Slavenavgen written down. We can work into the place. We can look into it later.
Farfanugan.
Fluffing, snuffing.
Snuffleupagus.
He's behind all this. Is this anything to the south? What's that feature right there?
That's the stairs going up.
Good lord, how big a house do you need?
It's a 3-story house.
Oh no, the south thing that I was just standing next to.
Okay, you see a couple other doors in a little nook here. Are you going through that door on the east side of the, about there by the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, you enter into this room. And it appears to be a bedroom. Not nearly as nice as the other one, but it is still a relatively large bedroom. Has a bed in it that is made, everything else, but it doesn't look like there's anyone who's actively residing. You open up that room, and that appears to be a bathroom. Charles opens up this room, and this appears to be a bathroom. And off to the other side is a storage room. And down the hall, 2 little coat closets. That's a fireplace, Barney. No, it's roughly about the same size. I mean, there's some sections of the lower floor that kind of jut out just a little bit bigger than the second floor, but in basic generalities, it's about the same size. That's another door. Opens up into what looks like to be some sort of a hallway. And as you search the rooms, they appear to be more bedrooms. No, I mean they all have made beds in them, but they don't look like they're actively being lived
Peering out all the windows just to see if I see any other buildings from the different angles.
in. No, off to the
Northeast,
east, you
no.
don't really see anything. The only place that you really saw any other buildings was to the north, on the back side of the property. There's one door that you missed. Are you leaving all these doors open, by the way, so that you can kind of keep track of what you've checked and not checked?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, as you come over to the stairs, you notice that there's a door that's still closed. And that opens up into another bedroom with a bathroom. Alright, heading on upstairs.
Yeah. Barney, is your house as big as this one? Good lord.
You enter into a landing that comes up to 3 doors. Oh, actually 4 doors. So this first one looks like a bedroom. The next one looks like a bedroom. The next one looks like a bathroom. And the last one looks like another bedroom with a bathroom in it. Uh, Give me a navigation roll if you want, or a idea roll. It looks like it is a standard 3-story tiered type dwelling. Your bottom floor is your primary foundation structure. The second floor built on top of that. There's a few rooms that kind of jut out underneath that. And then the third floor is even smaller still. It's just kind of like a little cap settled on top of it. And that does not warrant any kind of a check for your navigate, because there was not really any risk involved in making that roll. Taragnor, are you around? Need you to make a skill roll for me if you are. Give me a listen check with a setback die, because you are grogged up on painkillers. Okay, you lay there in bed, trying to rest, grogged up on painkillers, and you do not hear jack squat. You hear the doctor seems to be tending to someone else, but you can't make out any details of the conversation. The doctor's like, they did what? Anyway, you can hear some talking in the other room, but it just sounds like someone else is talking to the doctor and you can't make any details of the conversation. You can make out the word telephone, gunshot, police. But that's about it. Alright, back to everyone else in the house. So you leave the household and you go to the back side of the property. So one of the outbuildings is the garage. Another one looks to be like a stables with a couple horses in it. Another one looks to be a tool shed, kind of a building. However, the most prominent and noticeable feature on the back side of the property is that there seems to be a large ring with stones kind of forming the edge of the ring, and inside this ring there's like a wooden platform off to kind of like one end of it. You can see like some tiki torch looking kind of things like planted into the ground, just interspersed around the outside edge of the stone ring. And inside the stone ring you can also see some wooden posts that are of thicker nature, almost the size of a telephone pole. Not that tall, much shorter, but the same thickness, the same girth. You kind of search around the hit area. You don't really notice anything more than those main prominent features. You notice that the area is well used, as far as it looks like. The grass is worn, out of this area quite a bit. You notice that in the center of the circle, there's kind of like an area that's kind of charred, with some more stones. Kind of looks like maybe some sort of a bonfire area. Now the big telephone pole, caber, looking things buried in the ground, upright, they are not close to the bonfire pit. The entire grounds is surrounded by trees. So as you look around, as the fog is kind of lifting and clearing away, you can kind of see out onto the property a little bit better, and you can make out trees all around the edge of the island. Are you guys going to traverse the entire grounds out here? There's no kind of, just the normal pathways. There's a pathway going from the house to the tool shed, to the garage, to the stables. There's not really anything more unusual than that. With what you did a roll previously. Your spot hidden that was a fail was what? That was for the searching around the ring, and then you rolled 2 more after that. So what were those? The track and the other spot hidden. What were those for? You notice that there's a pathway leading away from the circle, even further back into the property to the tree line. As you follow it, it leads you to a boathouse with a small pier. You notice that, let's see. The 3-story mansion house is an imposing sight. The ravages of time and weather have not been kind. Ivy crawls up. The foundations of the estate's mansion have settled into the boggy ground. Study the subtle distortions, the architecture, and the wild aspects of its poorly kept grounds lend the place a gloomy and foreboding air. A place of palpable menace. The island estate, you would guess, is probably over about 1,000 acres in area, tall trees densely pack the island's coastline, while the interior is a mix of rough ground interspersed with bogs and marsh. Thick fogs are common. There's a small motor launch at the edge of the island, which that trail leads to. And that is about it. Since you rolled really good on your spot hidden and track in combination, I'm going to tell you that there are some tracks in the courtyard. I told you that the grass was kind of worn in the courtyard. There are some tracks in the courtyard, particularly close to the three poles rising up out of the ground that you do not recognize. They look like an unusual sort of track. They're not human tracks. They're not animal tracks that you would recognize immediately from your game hunting experience. You have no idea what kind of tracks these are, but you know that they're nothing that you recognize. They're big. Pretty big. Let me find out exactly how big. Oh, actually, I take that back. It's not telephone poles. There's an 8-foot tall, dark stone obelisk, and it bears many Egyptian hieroglyphs. And it's by this obelisk that you see the various different tracks. And as far as what you see for your tracks, there's a variety of various different tracks. There's some that look rather big, like about 2 foot wide, 2 foot long, kind of clawed looking kind of tracks. You also see some that are more kind of Yeah, kind of a large clawed, kind of a track, and you also see kind of what looks to be like what are you trying to spot, Charles?
Barney told me to make a couple rolls, so I made a couple rolls.
You see about the same thing as he does. You see tracks, you see the big obelisk. You don't know Egyptian hieroglyphs, so you can't read them. You see the trail going back to the boathouse. Don't really see anything more substantial than that.
Maybe we got a escape route, at least at the boat.
You can give me a natural world roll if you want. Okay, so you notice some large clawed prints. You notice kind of some flattened out areas that are kind of broad. Um, Almost reminds you of maybe like snake uh, tracks. You know, like the pathway of a snake or something like that. But um, it looks more like someone took like a big flat tire, you know, like an inner tube or something like that, and just kind of rolled it around on the ground. I mean, it's pretty wide. It's like 3 foot wide. You know, you don't know of any snake that's big, so it obviously couldn't be, you know.
Damn it.
A snake.
Damn it, Barney. I crashed the car. We're going to be taking the boat out of here. I don't know what the fuck that is. So, let me ask you this. Are we torching this place? Do we light this thing up? Try to get rid of the evidence? We'd have to get that guard from the gate. Probably throw the dogs in, too. Sam, what do you think? Here's kind of like a background question. So, as an FBI investigator, would I know how to basically erase our... I mean, obviously we have a witness, which is horrible, but a witness needs proof.
There is no way for you to erase this. 100%. You have been seen here. There's multiple witnesses of you being in the area. You know, there were other people along the roadway. Well, whether or not they, you know, upon investigation or asking questions, you know, if they would recognize the vehicle or anything like that. But there's numerous things that with enough questions being asked and enough investigation into it that could tie you into, if not being here directly, at least a very high circumstantial probability. The fact that you rented this truck and this rented truck was parked right outside of the property, you know, for a period of time this whole morning. You have a witness who escaped who has now possibly told his story to other people, maybe called, you know, for some backup or something. You have no idea what he's up to at this point. If you were to burn the place down, then they would still be able to recover the bodies, you know, from the fire, and they would be able to tell, maybe, depending on forensics, you know, that they died of gunshot wounds. And
I wonder if we load the bodies up on the boat, burn the house down, and go dump the bodies in the swamp, and then burn the boat.
And then, of course, there's the entire problem of the um, concern that you guys have that the hostages might actually be here on the property someplace. So, if you burn the house down, are you gonna burn up your people you're wanting to rescue?
Yeah, we really messed this one up. Good job, Barney. I'm gonna totally blame it on Barney. What? How was it? 2 days to the new moon?
Oh no, it's a week.
Oh man, if there are hostages here, they're gonna die.
I mean, the best thing that you guys could do, if you had the time to do it, would be to clean this place up and make it look spick and span and dispose of the bodies and just make it look like they disappeared. That would be the easiest, I mean, the most foolproof thing for you to do, especially if you weren't wanting to alert other people. Um, but at this point, you've kind of left yourselves wide open to where the enemy is now alerted as to what you're doing.
He looks at Barney in a moment of clarity. Are you here? He looks at Barney in a moment of clarity and says, "We're completely fucked. I mean,
You've
you letting that guy go. We are completely fucked. We need to get out of the country.
you pretty much screwed the pooch on this one.
We well, we need to get out now."
I mean, if your plan was not to alert your adversaries and to catch them, you you have completely screwed up on not alerting them because,
I'm more worried about the police at this point.
well, yeah, the police are going to be a problem as well unless you can present some sort of evidence of foul doing. um, I mean, just having things on the property isn't necessarily um, incriminating in and of itself. Um, this obelisk back here, that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, that could just be ornamental. It is an Egyptian themed kind of a house, and having the things in the house isn't really having that club. I mean, that could very easily just be an antique ceremonial Egyptian uh, thing. You know, there's there's no evidence that you have that there's been any kind of wrongdoing here.
Yeah, Barney, we need to find them, but I mean, where else are we gonna look? Yeah, let's check the buildings while we wait for the police to show up. Let's do it.
All right, you go out and you check the stables. There's a couple horses in the stables. You check the garage. You check the tool shed. There's nothing at all unusual beyond just their normal function. And you get the sinking feeling in your gut that you have been set up, that you are screwed.
I relay that to Barney,
Give me a
and I
couple.
say,
Give me a couple idea rolls.
"Good timing."
Okay, Barney, did you come here and do research on the house with Charles Didn't the two of you come down here and do research together?
He did before. I
Oh
didn't
no,
come
that was
last.
that was Kansas. Okay, so Barney, you remember reading that there was a secret room someplace on this property with the house, but so far you do not have any kind of idea as to where it might be at. You've looked all over the basement. You've looked in several places. I don't know, did you search the ground floor for any secret areas? Or did you just search the basement? So you
I don't
do
think we searched the ground floor at all.
so you do recall that supposedly, according to the lore about the house, that there is a secret room.
Why are you so sure there's a secret room? When they hear us, I mean, we got nothing better. Where's your secret room at?
And from your knowledge of secret rooms and stuff like that, they typically, in most of your lore, because of your extreme success, seem to be focal around fireplaces, libraries, um, office studies, things of that nature is typically where you tend to have most of your secret rooms, and in most traditional.
We'll both look. Good lord. It's ridiculous.
You guys search around the fireplace and you do not find anything around the fireplace. You do see the big on each side of the fireplace. There's the oh, what did I say? The word there. The full
Armor.
plate the full plate armor, like knights. Like what you see with them standing there with a halberd or whatever, a shield, or you kind of look.
I'm sure.
You look,
Moving the armor. Because
It's-
last time we did the
it-
statue, that's when something happened.
It doesn't move. It's completely stationary, fastened to the wall. It does not budge one bit.
Well, the library's over here. Maybe something's over this way. There's a fireplace over there, too.
Okay, so
It's a lot smaller than this one, though.
give me a small spot hidden for the library. Okay, you search around the library. You check the fireplace. You check the books. Are you actually going to start like pulling books off the shelves and all that?
I mean, at this point, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try to move bookcases. I mean, we've left so much evidence in here at this point.
So you just start kind of ripping the room apart. You start tossing books off of the shelves, and they all fall loose into the ground. There doesn't seem to be any that are tied to any kind of special tripwires or anything that releases any kind of a secret hatch.
So Barney, what exactly did you read about a secret door? I don't see nothing.
Those were old plans, so it's very likely that whatever secret passage there might have been could have been just sealed up or not being used anymore.
Did you actually see plans, or did you just read about it? I mean, did you see a blueprint? Where was the secret door in a blueprint?
It wasn't a blueprint. It was just lore. It was just a story.
Oh, I gotcha.
Alright, give me a couple more spot hidden rolls. Okay, where was that hard success? What? Give me a general location of the house where that hard success was.
We're on the first floor, so
Was that like
let's
over
see.
towards?
Probably
Was it like over towards the art room?
the dining room.
The middle of the house, there in the dining room, or more off here to the
What
left?
room am I in here? I'm in the dining room,
That's
right?
the dining room. This is like a lounge area, and this is the art room where Barney is.
Let's do the art room.
Okay, so your extreme success in the art room. So you look around at the various different paintings, the fireplace here in the art room. You pull some of the paintings off of the wall, and you just really don't see anything that's any kind of a secret hidden passage.
Maybe the basement one more time.
You feel like you've thoroughly searched the basement. You guys have made multiple different rolls down in the basement, and so at this point, we're pretty much confined to calling it searched, and you've probably spent a good couple hours, with all of
Yeah,
this
fair enough.
detailed searching that you guys have been doing. It's getting close to about 9 o'clock now. You feel like
Well,
you're probably pushing it because it takes about 2 hours to get here from London. And
well, we need to get our asses out of here soon, Barney. I mean, we're pretty much screwed. We need to get out of the country. I don't know if they'd be able to actually identify who you are unless they talk to Irene in Kansas, but I don't know. What do you want to do?
the only thing that you guys
That boat's looking good.
feel like might be your only recourse at this point is to find some place to hide and lay low for a week. And then and that's a big if, I mean, if they keep to their schedule and have some sort of event that takes place on the full moon, or was it the new moon? The new moon.
New moon.
Yeah, have some sort of event that takes place on the new moon, and that they don't cancel it because of what has happened here. You might be able to catch them in the act, but it's a week away, and you're gonna have to find some place to lay low, or go explore something else out of the area. There was always the factory up north.
Barney, it's going down here in a week. I really wish we could get Irene and Kansas out here. I
think if we take that boat, they would think that we took off, but maybe we can take it up and ditch the boat somewhere or burn it and hang out around here. I know you got all kinds of wood skills and stuff, but we make it look like we got out of here. But don't go too far. Maybe we can even spy on them for the next week.
There is a boat in the boathouse.
When I was a kid, I used to skip school by hiding in the rafters of the garage. It worked really well. I had a piece of plywood up there. I made a bed.
Yes, you did search the boathouse.
You said there was or was not a boat.
There is a boat. But that was it. There's nothing else remarkable about any of the other outbuildings.
So Barney, how are we gonna get Irene and Kansas notified? They're gonna be in trouble too. If there's more goons out there, that Abdul guy is gonna send his friends after him. We're gonna have to go rescue him. Maybe you can bag a deer real quick, and we'll just say we've been out hunting. Yeah, this probably won't work. Yeah, we need to get them out of here, or get them safe, and then, like you said, hide some. If we take that boat, we should, I don't know, man. It's just, oof. You sure you don't want to leave the country? I meant pick them up first and then leave the country. And I'm actually surprised you're not trying to pin this on Irene, to be honest. It's just because your gun jammed. Let's head back into town. Let's get him and get the hell out of here. I'm gonna go steal the keys to the boat just to be a pain in the ass.
Okay. I need to,
Or if we need to get away later.
I'm trying to look something up here real quick while you guys are going to go do that. Okay, that was what I needed to know. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that works. As you guys are outside, let me pull up the item here.
So, question: if you get killed, do you start over with like completely over? Like any points that you've had are gone? It's pretty much starting over.
No, you get to keep the same amount of points. You get to
Okay,
build
that's
an
cool.
experienced investigator. Okay, so what we're going to do for this one is... Geez, I don't really have a open spot on the thing. Let's see, let's go to the images. Maybe I can create a new map here. There we go. Background white. That one works as good as any. Okay. I am putting Charles and Barney on here. I'm going to say you guys are let me make the grid a lot smaller here. Let's actually remove those. Now, drag you back to the map. Okay. Here's the big area. Here's a trail. Leading off. Here's woods.
Barney said he's stepping out for 5-2.
Okay, too bad for him. Here's the boathouse.
If we're getting attacked with something, shoot him in the leg and run.
Here's the garage. Here's the stables. Actually, the garage probably isn't that far back. That's probably about where the stables is. with a drive and trail going to the house, and the house is kind of like down here at the bottom. Okay, you guys are back here, kind of searching over the property, and all of a sudden, you hear a screech coming from the sky.
You said from the sky?
From the sky. And let me see if I can
All right, that's confusing. He looks up and sees what's going on.
find an image of what you see.
This is all Barney's fault.
Okay, so the question is do you have an elephant gun on you? Yeah, he did have his rifle, didn't he? Okay, so this thing that is coming in looks to be like some sort of large bird of some sort from a distance. But then as it's moving in, it screeches. You know, it's just this unearthly, ungodly kind of a screech and croak kind of a sound. Its limbs look relatively sturdy. Its wings have kind of an unusual type of shape or nature to them. And you notice another odd thing as it comes soaring down out of the sky is it almost seems like it has ice coming off of it, like a hoarfrost, you know, kind of icy rim on it as it comes screeching in. Okay, you do have some. Yes, it's flying. You do have a little bit of a pre-warning that this thing is coming in. I will give you 1 round. However, it is at a far range. It's up in the sky, at a good distance away. It's moving relatively fast. You could wait until it gets a little bit closer, but at that point, it's going to be right on you. So it's your shot, or your choice. You can take a shot while it's far away. It'd be a harder shot, but you know, you could get one. Oh yeah, it seems like it's coming straight in for you.
I look at Barney like, "Are you seeing this? Are you seeing that?"
You could run to the house. You could run into the woods. Although the woods are relatively, I mean, they're thick enough where they could hide you, but it's not a large force. You have like a thin, um, I don't know, like about a 15, 20 foot uh, deep stretch of woods in between the clearing and where the marsh river kind of starts. So you could potentially take cover in the trees. So the trees are kind of going to kind of be like in this area here.
Yeah, it would look great on your wall. I'm gonna. He pulls his gun out and he's aiming. He's like, "Do whatever you want to. You want to go, go." He's training his shots on him.
So that's like the trees there.
Can't we shoot then go out?
Yeah, it's far enough away to where you could take a shot and then have a chance to run into the trees if you wanted to.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna shoot.
Your pistol cannot reach it. The only thing.
Oh, it's too far away.
Yeah, I mean it's distant in the sky. Barney could take a shot with his rifle, but that's about it.
All right, that's cool. I'm gonna I don't want to be right next to him, so I'm going to go right at the tree line, and then I'm gonna train my gun on it for when it gets closer. And then if Barney wants to shoot, that's fine.
Okay, so you're getting up into the tree line. How about you, Barney? Are you getting up into the tree line?
Barney, I got your back. It's just got to get closer. See if you can get a shot.
Okay, so you're kind of more out here in the open. So this thing is...
Holy shit, is it that big?
Yes.
It's a rock.
At first, it looks like it's a bird. But then as it gets in closer and closer and closer, you start to get perspective of it, and you realize it only looked like a bird because it was so far away. But now that it's in closer, you can see that this thing is huge. Okay, so it's still, I can't really put it off of the map, but it's far enough away where it's going to be a long shot for you. So you're going to have to get a hard success. In order to hit it. Alright, you take a shot and you don't know if it was your nerves or if it was maybe the speed of the creature, misjudging the distance because you didn't really actually know its relation, its size or anything like that, but you miss horribly. And at this point the thing comes in and crashes down to the ground right as you're running into the tree line.
I'm gonna pop some shots at it as it lands.
And give me just a second here to pull up its stats. As it gets in close and you can see it better, you can see that this thing is an enormous ass bat bird looking kind of a thing that does not look like anything of this world. and it's coming after you, and you are scared and crapping your pants. So give me a sanity roll. Both of you maintain your composure. You only take 1 point of sanity loss.
All right, I'm gonna start walking south a little bit. I can move and shoot, right?
Yes.
All right, I just want to spread off a little bit from Barney. I'm gonna pop 3 caps at it. I want to make sure I'm in close range, though. I think I'm close
You
range.
are
I've
not
got.
in close range. You're outside. This is a big, huge field. So in order to get in close range to it, you'd like have to be, like right up here, close to it.
All right, I got a hard success. I'm gonna go up to it and I'm gonna say, "Fuck you, you stupid fucking bat thing! I'm not gonna die out here."
Charles's famous last words.
He's losing his shit. Yeah, he doesn't know. He's really, his nerves are shot. I mean, he figures he's gonna die in prison anyway. He'd rather be taken out.
Okay, so
All right, so bonus dice for point blank.
So he goes up to it and he takes a shot.
Taking 3 shots. I say,
3 shots.
Barney, if I drop, run. Bonus die for close range, right?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, why didn't it roll? It was a freaking 0-8, but I rolled it on the map. I'm going to spend 2 luck to make it extreme success.
Okay. You guys are about to tick me off.
Okay, second one's a miss.
Okay, so what do we got here? We got an extreme success, a fail, and a regular.
Regular success. All right, I've got my 45 equipped, but it's showing the 32. Is there only 1 slot for ranged?
Let me look at your character sheet here. I see a 32 automatic as your only gun because you don't have it equipped.
Yeah, I said I equipped it in the house.
You have to go to your inventory tab though, and you have to click on the little shirt icon to equip it. And so then once you equip it, you go back to your main tab, and the automatic is there.
Gotcha.
You kiss my balls.
Oh, the last one was not as good.
Alright. So, let me see if this thing has some damage reduction.
It's like someone just summoned their best Pokemon.
Uh, okay. Let's see.
Do you get damage reduction on a extreme anyway?
Yeah, because you still get your extra damage, but damage reduction still applies. Where the heck
Well, Barney, I hope you roll well.
are bad guys at?
And did you say suck my balls?
Yes, I did.
I never heard you say something like that. That's so funny.
Because you're just like minimizing what was supposed to be like a major encounter here, but it's you and your piece of shit pistol. uh, okay.
I was reading some tips that said don't invest in the firearms, and I'm like, bullshit. I've never played any game that it's not smart to invest in firearms.
Okay. 2 attacks per round. Fighting, bite, dodge, armor. Okay. Well, I don't think that's gonna really do anything. 2 points of armor. You suck ass. Alright.
Did it take it out?
So you come up to this thing and you step up to it. Just yeah, because you had initiative on it. So you step up to it and just point your pistol at it and bam, 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 bam. You know, and one of the shots flies wild, but one of them hits true to its mark. Another one is kind of like a grazing shot. That one was a 3, so that only ends up doing 1 damage. The other one does 19 damage. And you shoot the thing in the head, and it flops to the ground. This was a buy a key.
So it's dead? It just flopped
It
over?
is dead.
I look at Barney like, holy shit.
So, like I said, this is not like anything that you recognize, that you've ever seen before. It's almost like a dinosaur bird bat looking kind of a thing. Its wings are kind of unusual, unnatural looking. But I mean, it kind of roughly resembles a bird or something. I mean, you're no nature expert or anything like that, but um, it's definitely not anything that you've ever seen before. You don't know where it came from, why it's here. You can give me a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Before I do, he like, Charles's adrenaline is just going. He just screams out, "Yeah! Fuck you, Black Pharaoh! Fuck you and your dinosaur bird!" I have a 0 Cthulhu Mythos. I literally cannot make the roll.
Alright, roll me a d10. Okay, you get 4 luck. Just for being a crazy ass ballsy motherfucker. You get 4 luck. Going out there and taking on a mythos creature. Head to head.
It'll catch up with me one of these days. All right, he's walking over there, like kicking at it, making sure it's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. It has like a weird colored kind of a blood thing coming from its head. It doesn't look like a normal kind of blood. Um, very very strange.
Barney, what the fuck is this thing? I feel like we've been sleeping and we just woke up into some weird Alice in Wonderland or something. Has that been written yet?
Oh yeah, yeah, Alice in Wonderland. It's around.
I mean, you're the hunter. You seen anything like this before? I wish we had a camera to take a picture of it. So what do we got to do now? We got to get back and get Irene in Kansas. You seen what he would have done?
Yeah, that was actually pretty low damage there.
It could be 9. I only have 8 hit points right now.
Yeah, I mean, as oddly as it is, the cultists were more dangerous than this thing was.
It could be though. I mean, if you get a 6 on that, that's 9 damage. That's like all my hit points.
Well, the biggest thing, you feel like this thing came flying in. It's not something that you've ever seen. You think that perhaps maybe this thing was sent here because I mean, it came flying straight in like it knew where it was coming, where it was going, and did you find it? Did you find summon by a key? You would realize that there is, whether or not you believe in it or not, that you have heard so many others talking about the ability to summon ungodly, otherworldly, strange, weird creatures, kind of like that fog creature kind of a thing. You know, uh, you've had a little experience with unnatural things, and you get the feeling that this was maybe not a coincidence. That this thing was sent here in response to you being here. The old man got away, and it's been a couple hours since he got away. He's definitely had time to make a phone call for help to be um, summoned or called in, if you will. Of course, now you're probably feeling pretty ballsy, and you're like, is this the best that you can do? Come on, bring it on.
I'm still worried about the cops, though.
Um, it does seem kind of a little bit maybe wet, but you don't know if maybe that's, like I said, it has like a rim of ice on it. Actually, no. Yeah, I would say that it probably still would, because um, the description says that it um, still has a rim of ice on it as it comes in from the upper atmosphere. Is anyone going to be able to correlate this to some otherworldly something, or are they just going to think, okay, some weird ass bird just flew out of the sky? It doesn't really have any kind of direct implication or um, um, guilt as far as Gavigan goes. No one can prove that he has anything to do with it. Okay, what is your response going to be at dropping this thing at this point?
He screams at this guy. He's like, "Fuck you, Black Pharaoh! Suck my balls!"
Suck my balls. You're stealing my line.
Seemed appropriate. Fuck you too, Gavigan. Barney, let's go get Irene and get her team on here. All that damage, man. That elephant gun's got to tackle something eventually. I think you did shoot that rifle out of that guy's hand, though. I don't know if that was the elephant gun.
Oh, Tavris is here. He's actually connecting and jumping in. I saw him on Discord, but I didn't know that he was
Ouch.
actually gonna connect a game. Sadly enough, the pistol did just as much damage. Oh, but that's just a regular hit. If it would have been max plus a roll, then that would be 22 plus 20, or plus whatever the roll result would have been, around 40. Yeah, that would definitely screw something up. Okay, Tavris, now that you are in here, I want you to give me a listen roll. Assuming that you're hanging out with Irene and making sure that she's taken care of. You do not hear Irene breathing or her heartbeat or anything else, and you think that she has died. Oh well. Kansas, you're back at the doctor's office with Irene. Oh yeah, she's been seen. Yeah, she's been seen. She's been treated. Uh, she's been given a sedative. She's laying in like a little recovery bed kind of area, just getting some rest. And I would say that you're probably in the room with her, sitting in a chair beside her bed, just checking on her. The doctor's not out in the lobby. Okay, you ring the emergency bell, and the doctor comes out of another room, and he closes the door behind him, and it's like, what? I'm with another patient. What's going on? Another doctor. The doctor goes over into the room and he assesses.
Kills her.
He quickly assesses Irene.
He says, "Suck my balls."
He's like, oh my god, she's died. He like hops up on her and he starts doing CPR and like giving her compressions and oh yeah, bonus die for stethoscope here. We'll give him a bonus die. Oh, okay, that's much better. So you got a 15. Okay, so he uses the stethoscope. As he listens and evaluates, and he's like, "Oh yes, her breathing is very shallow, and she has a weak heartbeat. I can see why you think she may have passed, but she is hanging in there." Now, if you don't mind, I must get back to my other patient. He leaves the room. And you sit in there and you tend to Irene and try to keep her company so that someone familiar and comforting is there whenever she awakes. Alright, and since you fumbled on your listening check, that is all you get. From this point on, we jump the story forward a little bit here. Kansas is sitting here with Irene for a good while. He's wondering how long the guys are going to take. It's been a couple hours now since he's left the estate, and he's not heard anything from them, not seen them. They've not come back into town that he's aware of. So now jumping back out to you guys, what are you going to do? Barney, you were around for the fog monster, right? Right, the one in the basement? Oh, that was Charles and Irene. Okay. So, you don't really know anything about that one, but Charles, Charles is here, and he was involved with that creature, he just considers himself lucky that this is what he had to fight instead of the fog monster. He does remember that the fog monster seemed to have had a weakness to light, and that is probably why he didn't have to fight one of those right now, is because it's daytime. Okay, so what are you guys doing? You've killed about 2.5 hours or so out here. You're going to have to hoof it back to the truck.
I'll go see if there's any keys in the boathouse. I'm gonna steal any keys if they're in.
Okay, there are no keys in the boathouse.
Okay.
It's possible there could be keys back at the house for the boat.
No, if there's a secret room, we didn't find it.
They found jack squat. Except for...
We pretty much screwed this entire thing up, except for killing the Batman.
And a few things that you found in Gavion's room.
Yeah, that too. At the boathouse, I'm gonna kind of look around and just see, does it look like a canal? Or...
Yeah, it's a canal.
Okay, I'm gonna try to just kind of get a mental note to where the canals would be, in case we need to come in this way later.
That would be hard for you. Well, I mean, in relationship to the island, yeah, you can kind of get an idea of that, but you cannot see how the canal goes out to the main waterway. So, and you've heard that the waterways kind of shift and around out here. So you don't know that you could necessarily find out how to get here from the other direction.
Barney, let's go get Irene. I think we need to come back here for the new moon, but maybe we can get some of her people to come with us. Storm the place.
Okay, are you scooting boot? Are you getting out of Dodge?
Yeah, I wish I could take this giant monster with me. You know, Barney, I never really wanted to mount anything on my wall before, but damn, that thing would look good.
Minus that its head is like blown off.
Oh no, that's the best part. Yeah, we just drive back into town. Well, we've been out hunting. What do you mean about a bunch of people being murdered? Yeah, is it recognizable? I know it's got a big hole in it.
Like I said, I mean, you don't know what this thing is. Some sort of a big bird. You know, a big bat bird looking kind of a thing.
Is the head a bird or a bat?
I posted a picture of it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Let me repost it here.
It's probably just behind one of these windows.
It's in the chat. There's a link.
Oh yeah, I might not have charged that if I actually saw it. So how big is the head?
It's
Oh, I guess there's little man right there.
It's your
So,
body.
Bonnie, you wanna take its head off and bring it with you? I mean, it's huge, but
I mean, just the skull is the size of your body.
And
if you include
we could put it. We could put it in the back of the truck. We could go get the truck and drive it back here. Load her up. Not really any proof he's doing anything wrong, but it would be good to get back to the Mission Impossible or whoever that thing is she works for. All right, I'll grab one of the robes, one of the ones that I have the most of, which is probably the white one. We can get the truck. It'd probably be quicker than dragging this thing down the road.
Let's see if I can put this image in here real quick. Oops.
All right, that's the plan. We're gonna go get the truck. We're gonna come back. We're gonna take its head, put it in the back of it, and we're gonna go get Irene in Kansas. We're gonna try to. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll go get the truck. So Charles is gonna go get the truck. And reloads his 3 shots on the way.
Okay, here's another image of it. That one looks a little bit different.
I like the guy running from it. That's great. I'm gonna make one that shows the bird running from Charles. Charles's luck is gonna run out eventually. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna While Charles is walking away, he turns back to Barney and says, "Barney, you back to Barney, right? Like whatever caused you to let that guy go? You're good, right?
Okay, Barney, as you go to cut its head off, juices go squirting out and all over you and everything else, and you're making a complete mess of yourself.
Yeah, I don't know much about that, and I mean, I saw the way that Kansas was acting when he put that mask on, so yeah. I mean, I believe you and stuff. We just maybe we got to start traveling in pairs when we're around anybody else. I'm glad you're back with us. Sorry I lost my cool. Glad to have you on my side.
Okay, give me a survival roll um, to see how well you harvest this thing, Barney. Okay, you managed to get its head cut off. I mean, it's huge though. It's heavy. Um, it's more than what you can easily carry. It would take some effort to carry it by yourself, or you could get Charles to maybe help you out. Are you guys making your way to the truck at this point, or and you could wrap the thing in the robe, but you wouldn't be able to shove it back into the bag. It's way too big for the bag. Okay, so you go ahead and you go get the truck, and you're bringing it as far up on the property as you can, all the way to the garage. Can you hear me, Charles? Where did Charles go?
I'm here. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
there he is. Okay. Charles, how are you heading back to the truck? Are you just like running as fast as you can to the truck? Or are you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sprint, but I'm gonna start jogging back. And if I see any vehicles, I'm gonna jump off the side of the road.
Okay. As you're running back, you cross the bridge. And you're running along the trail. And you start hearing.
Is it like a farm dog or
It's not foggy
like a guard
anymore.
dog?
So now you can see out across the field, and you can see two Dobermans running up on your position.
All right. Yeah, right. I'm gonna stare him down. I'm gonna pull out the silence gun in case there's any farmers or anything around.
Okay.
And I'll take 2 shots at one and 1 at another.
Okay. Let me put the dogs into initiative here.
And then he says, I'm trying to think of a funny one-liner. I was gonna say, I'm gonna make him my bitch, but he wouldn't say that. I guess you don't want to negotiate.
Okay. This obviously isn't the same place, but I'm just going to move you to a different location on the same map that we were on before.
Can you pop it back up? I closed it.
I just sent it to you.
What? Watch me get eaten by 2 dogs. That would be so bad when you take out a Cthulhu monster and get eaten by 2 Dobermans.
It doesn't appear to be going to you for some reason. Huh. I don't know why not.
Did I get booted? I can see the screen. It's not moving.
Yeah. I mean, I can see you. And just for some reason the map isn't getting sent to you. Let me...
I don't know. Maybe it's loading.
Okay, there we go. Looks like I got it to you now.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Look.
There it is. There it is. I got it.
Alright, so anyway, so you're going down the trail and 2 dogs are coming in behind you. You have initiative.
No, he turns around.
You can see him coming.
Okay, he turns around, starts backing up, walking. He's gonna take 2 shots to the one on the left and one on. I can see what's happened, and then he'll swing his 3rd shot to the right if the first one.
Okay. Now you said you were switching out guns.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the silence one, so I don't want to alert any farm.
Okay, so you cannot do that many things all at once.
Then I'll use my 45.
Okay. There's 1 dog down. That's the dog on the left, the dog on the right, and there's the second one down. You don't even have to roll it. They only have 6 hit points. So, your cap damage. So you shoot once, your first shot goes wild, then you calm yourself, bam, swing over to the other one, bam, and you drop both dogs in the tracks. Okay, that finishes up the dogs that were left on the property.
Turns around and starts jogging again. He goes, "Action Jackson, motherfucker. Suck my balls."
Anyway, you finish jogging down to the end of the property. You find the truck where you left it. You pop the keys in. You start it up. You drive back onto the property. And you aren't able to get all the way up into the courtyard area unless you're going to go off of the driveway and drive cross country. Is that what you're going to do?
How far away or how close can?
Probably like a good 50 yards.
Yeah, we'll be alright. We'll carry. I'll stay on the road. I don't want to crash another vehicle.
Okay. Oh, that was the other thing that happened for Kansas. So they were actually going to give chase. So the guy, he got into the car, into one of the cars, and he drove off, and they were going to give chase. And I was excited because I thought, okay, we're going to get a little bit of a car chase thing going on here. No, as soon as he like pulls out of the garage, he rolls a fumble. So he like guns it
Hold on,
in.
back up. You forgot we had to hotwire the car because there's no key.
Oh right, had to hotwire it, and then they take off, and then he rolls a fumble. So the car goes out of control, and they're rushed to leave in a hurry, and veers off the drive and crashes into a tree and busts the radiator. And it's been an eventful night.
All right, Barney, let's get this thing in and get out of here.
Okay, you guys lug the head over to the truck, plop it into the back. It's wrapped in the robe. I think you guys said that you also had a tarp as part of the equipment stuff that you had brought with you, so you can throw the tarp over it, and you head out.
The map you got up kind of looks like a 3-year-old drew a face.
Oh, right. You guys are heading back to town.
Yeah, we're gonna go try to get Irene in Kansas.
Okay.
Maybe try to clean up a little bit before we leave.
Okay. So are you getting them first, or are you cleaning up first?
Barney, we should probably try to get some of this evidence off of us before we go back into town. Maybe they won't call the cops because they don't want them snooping around here, and they're probably thinking that giant bird demon thing killed.
Speaking of traps, could you maybe make a nice little surprise for them when they come back?
You'd have to spend quite a bit more time if you're wanting to try to rig something. I think you guys have already figured that you're kind of pushing your time limits. If you don't want to get caught here. Yeah, there's a pond. If you go back to the house map, there's this water right here that go back to the area map that shows the roadways, and I have a red arrow drawn to kind of like a creek and a big pond, lake, watery area. Okay, you guys get back to town. You go to the doctor's office. You gather up Kansas, Irene. Irene is still groggy, but the doctor says that she can go, that she's going to be okay, and he dismisses her. Tells her to come back in and check with him if her condition gets worse. Nope, you do not see the other dude.
So, how far away is London from here?
Couple hours.
Do we know how to get back to Irene's headquarters?
Not without her.
So Bonnie, what's the plan? Do we try to go get some backup?
You're groggy. You're conscious, but you're groggy because you have some painkillers and sedatives and everything on board. I think morphine was a thing. Morphine, I think, was around World War One.
Irene, you remember when you left us alone in the club? It was kind of like that.
You just completely screw the pooch. Are you guys gonna like toss back the tarp and show them your trophy? Okay, where are you guys heading?
My vote is to, yeah, my vote is to go back to Irene's contacts. We could hide this bird head thing somewhere. But my vote would be to go back to her contacts and try to get them to come, take this bird head thing and study it, and then start getting a plan to come back out here for the new moon.
So
Maybe they
you're
can hide us for a bit.
so you're going back to London then?
That would just be my suggestion, but not that we have to. She needs some rest. And this little town ain't gonna be a good place to hang out.
Remember, you took a train here, and you have the farmer's truck. So, I mean, you could take the farmer's truck back to London, but that exceeds the scope of your arrangement with him, and he would probably report it stolen.
How much does a truck cost back then?
Oh, good amount.
Alright, my vote is to find somewhere to stash this bird head and we can hide it and come back to it. Go back to London, get her agency involved, get them to do the head pickup so they can see some proof, and then start planning to come back here for the new moon.
Alright, does everyone concur, or do you have any additions? Okay, so you have a few options. You could head up the coast to Harwich. You could go to Dunwich, Colchester, or you could head and check out the factory off to the north. Yes, I did make the note public. Everyone should be able to pull it up in images. Number 11. Carlisle Papers, England, number 11. Okay, by the time you guys get done fooling around with everything in town, it's probably pretty close to around 11 o'clock. Alright, I think we're a pretty good spot to call it for the night. So I'm going to kill the recording.